Next up, we got how good is Saquon Barkley? Actually, now we know Saquon. Literally right now, if you want to be honest, absolutely carrying the Eagles. So I'm like, you know what? Let's check out how good he is actually, bro. All right, now me personally, I've known about Saquon since Penn State. When I was playing football and I was playing running back, Saquon Barkley was the person who I looked up to. I literally used to watch his highlights literally every day on repeat, bro. And his highlights was literally amazing. Like, it was something I've never seen before. You know, and I felt like Saquon Barkley was my type of archetype, which was like fast, athletic, but also like can run you over, you know? So that's the same person I was. You know, a lot of people nowadays, it was just either like you were either a power back or a speedy back. It was nothing in between. So when I seen Saquon, I'm like, that fits me, bro. And Saquon was just amazing. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, hit the like button, hit that sub button. Let's just dive into it.
This is Saquon Barkley. He's playing the best ball of his career and on pace to break the single-season rushing record this year.
This is Walter Payton-esque. This is Jim Brown.
Okay, chill. Don't talk about Walter Payton now. Don't talk about Walter Payton, bro. Okay? Walter Payton, my favorite running back of all time.
Rushing record this year.
This is Walter Payton-esque. This is Jim Brown-esque. Which is why I can now sit here today and say Saquon Barkley is the MVP of the league.
But not everyone thought we would see this version of Saquon again. A lot transpired over the last couple of years to get to this point.
It's just messy, bro.
I think you're paying the guy $40 million. It's not to hand the ball off to a $12 million back.
I'm going to have a tough time sleeping if Saquon goes to Philadelphia, I'll tell you that.
The rest of the league is facing the consequences of the Giants' stupidity.
From the future of the New York Giants to now the current league-leading rusher on the Philadelphia Eagles. How did we get here? What happened to Saquon Barkley and the Giants? And how good is Saquon Barkley actually? Saquon Barkley was born on February 9th, 1997 in Bronx, New York. But in 2001, Barkley and his family moved to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania in search of a safer and more suburban environment for Barkley to grow up in.
Oh, so you're actually from Philly.
Whitehall High School in Whitehall Township, Pennsylvania. At Whitehall High School, Barkley rushed for 3,646 yards with 63 touchdowns from his sophomore to his senior year, including 1,856 yards and 31 touchdowns as a senior. Barkley was rated a 4-star recruit, and when it came down to his college decision, he almost went to Rutgers University, who actually offered him off his JV film.
Was it always Penn State being an East PA guy?
No, I was Rutgers first.
What? Rutgers?
Rutgers offered me my sophomore year off of my JV film.
Holy cow.
And you can just look at him right now. You literally just look at him like, bro, this man, he looks like a grown man amongst boys. Like, bro, I usually don't say shit like that, but this is like this is literally true right here. Like, you just look at him like, bro, he looks, yeah.
Rutgers offered me my sophomore year off of my JV film.
Holy
So, yeah, straight off of like potential that I never even seen in myself. I ended up decommitting and I went to Penn State.
Barkley said he changed his mind because he felt like Penn State would be a better place to get his degree.
Look at
if
the
football
speed,
didn't work
bro.
out. I think football worked out. Saquon Barkley earned immediate playing time at Penn State as a true freshman in 2015. Barkley rushed for just over 1,000 yards on 182 carries for 7 touchdowns.
My first start ended up being against Rutgers. I went stupid. Coach Wilson was the interim head coach. Went up to him and I was wanting to make sure because he's the one who gave me my. You know how it works in college. Like you get a scholarship and then that's when other teams start.
You get that one offer.
Buying. Yeah, you start buying in. Pulled me aside and was like, I knew I seen something special. You know, like almost like brought me to tears because I was like,
that's
this
crazy.
person like. That's all you need sometimes. Sometimes you need someone to have belief in you and take a chance on you.
His sophomore season, the next year, was spent in the last game of the season championship. Saquon's junior year, his last year at Penn State, he had big plays weekly. His final game of his career in the Fiesta Bowl was 137 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Saquon dominated his time at Penn State, racking up awards and school records that won't be broken for a long time. Saquon was NFL ready.
Let's look at his records real quick.
State, racking up
most career rushing touchdowns, 43. Wow. Most rushing yards by a freshman, 1,000. Most rushing yards by a sophomore. Every year you break it. Okay, bro. Most total yards in a single game, 400. Oh my, this guy right here. First player to score a return and a passing touchdown in the same game.
Awards and school records that won't be broken for a long time. Saquon was NFL ready, the highest for a running back since Reggie Bush in 2006. ESPN analysis Mel Kiper, who had a history of not supporting the selection of running backs in the first round, said Barkley is a once-in-a-lifetime talent. Teams that pass on this young man will be sorry. At the Combine, Barkley had a performance that was widely praised, running a 4.440 and doing 29 bench presses of 225, tying for the most reps by a running back at this Combine. According to NFL analyst Ian Rappaport, the Cleveland Browns were strongly considering drafting Barkley first overall pick and would have made him the first running back since Janet Carter in 1995 to be selected first overall, but we know how that turned out. The Cleveland Browns went with Baker Mayfield, which left the New York Giants on the clock with the second overall pick of the 2018 draft, and the rest was history.
Hello? With the second pick in the 2018 NFL draft, the New York Giants select Saquon Barkley.
Unexpected like a next head catch with your crib. If you read this is too late. Wanna chop at a nigga?
Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? I really when he went to the Giants, I really felt like he was gonna fall off, bro. And which he basically did, honestly. But like I just felt like, and it was I always say, like all the best players going to the trash teams is just a waste of talent, bro. It's literally a waste of talent. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually where when I disconnected from Saquon is when he went to the Giants, and I'm like, bro, I just hope he don't waste his talent, but it's probably gonna happen. And then, you know, he kind of didn't really do too much. He had a couple highlights, but he just wasn't just the same, you know? And I'm like, man, dang, bro, you know? Because it happens a lot, bro. He's not the first person to go to a trash team and waste his talent. He's not the first person. So I'm thinking, like, it's going to be a reoccurring event. Saquon next. Like, dang, bro.
Nigga talking shit, put the metal to his mouth, now I call his ass bright face. Like a mixed head catch at your crib. If you read this is too late.
Right off the bat, Saquon proved that taking him second overall was the right choice. In Saquon's first career game, he rushed for 106 yards and a touchdown versus the Jags. The Giants didn't have a successful season in terms of winning, but Saquon Barkley had an amazing rookie year, finishing with 1,307 rushing yards on 261 carries for 15 total touchdowns. Saquon became the first Giants rookie to surpass 1,000 rushing yards in a season, and setting the franchise's single-season record for rookies with 15 touchdowns scored in a season. Barkley received numerous awards during and after his rookie season, including AP NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and was named to the AP All-Rookie team.
Any kid that looks up to me or any athlete in this building, just you can do anything in the world as long as you put your mind to and continue to work. Anything's possible. Thank you, guys.
He also finished with a Pro Bowl selection as well. Saquon regressed a little bit in his second year with only playing 13 games, and the Giants still had another pretty bad year, but Saquon still finished with 1,000 yards and 8 total touchdowns. Saquon and the Giants were looking to bounce back in the 2020 season, but the injury bug had other ideas.
Saquon Barkley has been injured again. At the end of this run, right there, going out of bounds with a little extra push. Barkley down.
The superstar running back suffers a season-ending knee injury.
Huge blow for Saquon Barkley and the Giants organization. Just 2 games into the season, and Barkley is done for the year.
In the second game of the 2020 NFL season, Saquon Barkley was carted off the field after suffering a knee injury, which ended his 2020 NFL season. In 2021, Week 5 against the Dallas Cowboys, Barkley's foot landed on Jordan Lewis and his ankle rolled, which resulted in another injury. In the 2021 season, with some injuries and COVID issues, Barkley had another down year, rushing for only 593 yards and scoring only 4 total touchdowns in 13 games. Many were getting worried about Saquon and his future with the Giants. With the injuries and the Giants not having a winning season yet with Saquon on the team, people thought they might move on from him.
The 2 best running backs in the world, basically. Saquon Barkley may never fulfill his potential.
I'm left, I'm right, I'm right, I'm left, 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 I'm left, I'm right, I'm right, I'm left.
Saquon erupted in 2022 for a career best 1,312 rushing yards and 10 rushing touchdowns, with the Giants as well having their best season with Saquon yet, going 9-6-1 and winning a playoff game versus the Minnesota Vikings. Saquon had multiple games rushing for over 100 yards, and he opened the season against the Titans rushing for his season best 164 yards and a touchdown. Also rushed for 100 yards plus in games versus the Bears, Jags, and Texans. Saquon finished 4th in the NFL and 1st in the NFC in rushing, and he was named to his 2nd Pro Bowl. Saquon looked back to his old self, and the promising Giants looked to do better in the following season. And then the offseason came. On March 7th, 2023, the Giants placed a non-exclusive franchise tag on Barkley. Saquon didn't have a down year per se in 2023, but he didn't reach 1,000 rushing yards, finishing the year with 962 yards and 6 touchdowns. The Giants finished 6-11, and yet again had another season finishing under 500. As the offseason quickly approached, many knew the direction it was heading for the Giants and Saquon Barkley. They were going to have to get a deal done, or he would not be back on the New York Giants.
You gotta upgrade the offensive line, and you're paying the guy $40 million. It's not to hand the ball off to a $12 million back.
The business side is so messy, and then it comes like high school drama.
What's the latest? What's on the Saquon thing?
Just got a text that Chicago's driving the price up and Philly's out. I don't know if that's true or not.
The rest of the league is facing the consequences of the Giants' stupidity.
I'm gonna have a tough time sleeping if Saquon goes to Philadelphia, I'll tell you that.
Good day for you. Good day to be Ed Berry.
I would say I want to be a Giant for life. The owner told me that he wants me to be a Giant for life. Y'all saying I want to be a Giant for life, but the numbers wasn't what it needed to be.
Again, we're not gonna go there. How? Is it in the division? I'm trying to prepare myself mentally for what's gonna happen. I mean, that's all it is.
On March 13th, 2024, Barkley signed a 3-year, $37.75 million deal with the Philadelphia Eagles, on which $26 million is guaranteed. Prior to signing with the Eagles, Barkley admitted he was fed up with the negotiations by the New York Giants, calling their approach a little disrespectful. Luckily for us, we pretty much saw all of this go down on the NFL's offseason version of Hard Knocks, where they followed the Giants during the offseason. And actually, lots of the Giants fans sided with the Giants letting go Barkley. And really, the NFL media in general didn't really think it was a big mistake for the Giants to let go Barkley. But this only helped Saquon, with a big chip on his shoulder heading into the 2024 season and a pretty good offense that he was stepping into. Saquon was poised for success. And yeah, poised for success was an understatement.
Don't get lost in the sauce trying to
God.
If you wanna pop out, pick your pipe up. If you ain't got this, start had it. If you ain't coming out, then we coming in. And you already know we brought pipes in. Know we got a lot of shots in the party, but I might catch a body if I see you let a dyke in. Don't slip, don't trip, don't fall. Come to the crib and take off your drawers.
You already the best running back in the world. I think you're the best player.
So far, in just 11 games played this season, Saquon has only finished under 100 yards rushing 4 times, with his best games coming recently versus the Rams, finishing with the franchise record 302 total yards and 2 touchdowns. Saquon has electrified NFL fans recently with highlight after highlight, including hurdling over someone backwards. I don't think we'll see a better play than that this year, to be honest. And the crazy part is, we still have 6 games to go. Saquon right now is easily having his best season to date, with 1,392 rushing yards and 12 total touchdowns. And you could argue that he should have more touchdowns, but, you know, the tush push and yeah.
They're lined up to do that.
The Diddy push.
Hurts people out there.
Saquon is 713 rushing yards away from Eric Dickerson's NFL record 2,105 rushing yards in a single season set all the way back in 1984. And like I said, Saquon still has 6 games to go. Saquon needs to roughly average 118 yards a game from here on out to catch it. Which
this is 6 games. Saquon, he said, how many? I'm going to look up Saquon Barkley, Eric Dickerson. They're going to have it. He's 100 yards short. Dang. He can still. Oh, it's in the regular season. Dang, so it's over now. Dang. He fell 100 yards short.
And like I said, 2,105 rushing yards in a single season set all the way back.
No, he said single season. He didn't say. So he can still do it. He could do it damn near next game. Shh. He finished 2025 with his 2,005 yards. Eric Dickerson record 2,105. Eric Dickerson initially said he didn't want Barkley to break his record. Oh, that's top tier hating right there. I ain't gonna lie. That's top tier hate. But let's be honest though. You want to be able to retire and say, yeah, I have a record that no one ever beat. That is low key hard though. So I do understand what he's saying. But like, come on, bro. Be happy, my nigga. You still gonna be. You feel me? It was in 1980 when you did it. So it's like you had a record since 1980. It's 2025. You already done solidified yourself as a GOAT. People already know who you are, bro. You know what I'm saying? You was gonna be number 2. I mean, how hard? Like, bro, it's not the. Come on, bro. So I don't know if he can still get it. I don't know if it's a regular season game, a regular season record, or I can look it up. Let me look it up. Is Eric Dickerson record regular season or full season? It says NFL single season. Oh, yeah, regular season. Oh, yeah, it's over. Dang. He got there. He got close, though. He got close. I think he should be. But so that means Saquon should be number 2 then.
1984.
Right.
And like I said, Saquon still 6 games to go. Saquon needs to roughly average 118 yards a game from here on out to catch it, which seems pretty doable considering what Saquon has done already. Saquon also has now gotten MVP buzz from the league and its fans. And if he ended up winning the NFL MVP, he would be the first running back since Adrian Peterson in 2012 to win this award, who ironically was the last closest player in breaking Eric Dickerson's record with 2,097 rushing yards. Crazy enough though, Saquon isn't the only man on pace for 2,000 yards. We also have Derrick Henry, who has 221 carries for 1,325 yards and 13 touchdowns. He's second in yards behind Saquon and first in touchdowns. We might have 2 rushers over 2,000 yards this year. It might be a rushing race. We might have 2 players make history this year. But this video is about Saquon, so I'll stay with Saquon. Can Saquon Barkley make history this season? Can Saquon break the single season rushing record?
I'm gonna let the crowd take this one. You guys listen at home.
Thank you, Giants.
Thank you, Giants.
Thank you, Giants.
They're going to run the ball to Barkley, who
What the
gets the
fuck?
first down across the 25-yard
Nigga didn't even hurt his ass. He just did his circle.
and what looked like a long way.
Wow, bro. Hey, man. He did not do it, but hey, he got close. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, that's all that matters. Saquon still goated.